Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Today I am going to be showing you some Cairne decks for the dungeon run. Now I'm going to show you a Cairne deck that uses no talents and can be equal level Deadmines, and then I'm going to show you a Cairne deck that uses talents and can beat the first two bosses of Deadmines. And I'm sure it can beat Sneed, but I just did not have the patience. Deadmines is the hardest dungeon by a country mile. So if you are unable to progress Deadmines past maybe 1 or 2 levels above your deck level, please don't get disheartened. This dungeon is the hardest, and it's not the hardest in tactics wise, it's just the hardest in pure stat check wise. It is the one dungeon where levels make the most difference. But anyway, regardless, I want to show you the two decks. Now this is the no talent deck. Now I've obviously got talents on these minis at the moment, but when you watch me do the playthrough, I'll have removed all of the talents, so I will have no talents on my no talent run. And then the only change that I made for the talent run is equipping my Stonehoof Tauren in instead of my Batrider. Now, why have I done that? Prowlers. Prowlers are the biggest problem when you are pushing up in levels, especially on Mr. Smite, and you need a mini that can effectively and consistently deal with Prowlers, and Stonehoof Tauren is one of the few minis in the game that can actually tank a Prowler quite well. So that is my kind of two versions of the deck. What you're going to see then is a run where I complete Deadmines at level 23 when I have a level 23-ish level deck with no talents, and then you're going to see me do a Deadmines run at level 26 where I can beat the first two bosses and then I fail on Sneed. If you can beat Sneed with this deck, massive congrats. I struggled with the spawns a couple of times, and it's a bit cheesy, and sometimes you make one mistake on Sneed, and I didn't have it in me to go for it again. So I hope you don't mind, guys. I will try and show you other decks and other leaders throughout the week, but this has taken me 2 days and 50 attempted runs to try and beat it 2 levels above, but I just can't. I haven't got the potential. Maybe I'm struggling. So I'm going to show you this deck that can beat the first 2 bosses. It probably can beat Sneed, but you guys will need to do some testing to try and figure that out. Right, cool. Here you go. Right, so we're going to do a yellow level dungeon with no talents, and I'll tell you, for Deadmines, a yellow level dungeon with 0 talents is very hard, okay? Deadmines is the hardest raid or dungeon in the game. You saw I took Howling Warband. It was the only good talent I had available to me there. Forgot to read the other ones because I've tried this so many times, I just keep forgetting. But it was the only good one available, plus Howling Warband is quite common, and so it's probably going to be more reflective of a typical run that you guys would get. Mr. Smite Tactics, difficult boss, probably the most difficult boss, mostly because it sends the most amount of bullshit minions at you, and you feel like you have to defend constantly and can never attack. Your best route of attack is here. Why is your best route of attack this way? Because the Stonehoof Tauren is much harder to deal with on this side. So these guys can be cleaned up with a single safe pilot most of the time. So this is your best route of attack. It also means if you secure this way, you can usually get your gold from here. You can also mine gold from here without actually having to deal with either of these guys. You want to drop well pegs on this pipe, because that stops the Stonehoof Tauren that spawns coming down here over and over again. And then the rest of it is about defense. For actually killing Mr. Smite, we want to use Earth Elemental to try and tank him against the wall. That's our best option. We're not running Harpies, so this is going to be a lot harder than it usually would be. This is probably a relatively decent Cairne turn. It would have been if Cairne was attacking the right way, which he isn't. We're going to try and take this. I don't actually really care about this over here. What I do care about is getting some well pegs down. Okay. I'm going to play it. I'm going to let my, frankly, going to let my Darkspear Troll doing a bit of work here. Okay, we've got that. We've got that now. I'm unfortunately going to have to use my safe pilot here. Going to drop my Cairne, which is fine. Right now, we're going to try and drop Earth Elemental over here. And now what hopefully we can do is get quite a bit of damage off with our Howling Warband onto this guy. It usually is a kind of a one and done situation with this chap. I'm going to use, yeah, this is probably going to be a one and done situation. There we go. Yeah. So the best way to beat this boss, you saw me use Earth Elemental against the wall. I tanked him against the wall. We essentially just went straight down the side. We ignored the left-hand lane. We sacrificed a load of our base HP to make sure we could put units on the offensive, and like this boss primarily is beat him in one push with no talent, so you're not beating him at all. That's frankly how it goes. That was just, we just timed it quite well. Bat Rider actually was super useful for us in this situation. If you place them correctly, they can be really good defensive units. Let's go into the second boss now. We are going to try and do like a very high level dungeon as well. Let's have a look here. Spirit Feather, no. Flashbang, kind of. Incendiary rounds. I actually like Flashbang for one reason. It means that we have a backup plan against Cookie, and it's also very good on the... it's also very good at dealing with like groups of minis that come out of the spawner on Sneed. So, especially because I'm running no gnomish cloaking device, I'm running no talents at all on this particular deck. Yeah. And I'm gonna show you obviously like some talents. Now, Cookie. There isn't really much to Cookie, if I'm honest with you. The biggest thing for Cookie is just knowing how to deal with these massive groups of minis. And then you want to try and take as many towers as possible to help provide defensive opportunities for you. But there's plenty of gold available for you right at the start. And that's kind of what you need to try and go for. I'm going to use Darkspear Troll here, like this. And I'm going to send him over this way. I'm going to play this. We really want to get Earth Elemental out if I can. Right, that's good. And then, as these guys are walking over, we do this. Really nice. And actually, we're going to use that, and it stuns them. Do you know what? That's worked out really well for us. We might even get lucky enough to just go for a push down this side. Now, I usually run Harpies. Yeah, what I'm actually going to do now is probably make a push to go over to take this tower. We have kind of stopped most of... Yeah, we've stopped most of that push, if I'm honest with you, which has gone quite well. This guy is going for my gold, little bugger. I'm probably going to send him that way to get the gold and then pick up the... Oh, I did not see that come in. That's kind of annoying, actually. I didn't realize that my Darkspear Troll got dealt with. I can't really go for that, but I'm going to try. Okay. Oh, spawning Darkspear Trolls everywhere. I'm losing all my gold as well. This is tragic. I kind of shouldn't have committed as hard as I did to that push. That's what's ruining me here, guys. How has this guy got so much gold? I'm probably going to have to restart this. Oh dear, yeah. So we kind of overcommitted on the push. That's what happens when you end up overcommitting and not having the resources to deal with defense. We should have gone, instead of trying to make a push onto Cookie straight away, because we don't have Harpies this time around. Now Harpies are usually MVP for me on this dungeon. I just there isn't an easy way to fit them into the Cairne deck without losing massive amount of levels. You can get a fast slot or a flying slot, but the thing is, like, you have to sacrifice your Earth Elemental, you have to sacrifice Living Bomb, you have to sacrifice Whelpegs, which are without talents a really good way of dealing with the Stonehoof Tauren that comes down the pipe. You can run Harpies if you get a good relic, but I'm just trying to run this without harpies to show that it's also possible to run this without harpies. Now we're actually gonna make the same play because we kind of. I'm just gonna do this. We kind of want to get the towers. We shouldn't actually need. Okay. That's okay, actually. We've done all right there. Do you know what? The fact that my Bat Rider is still going here is fantastic. So I'm actually going to send Bat Rider and that this way, and I'm going to try and take this tower. So we're going to be much more focused on defensive stuff this time around. That's fine. If we get this tower, we set ourselves up much better, and then might even allow us the opportunity to go for the other tower now. Yeah, watch. So we're going to wait for this set of minis to come straight past the tower. Do this. That should basically get us the tower, which is fantastic. That's why Living Bomb is so useful on this level. Not only does it deal with the minis, it basically grants you the tower as well, which is amazing. So we've just had the minis spawn on this side. So the best thing that we can do now is send our minis down this way. And we just want to get some damage onto Cookie while we can. Oh, sorry, I've actually done this the wrong way around. We should have sent them the other way around, but that's fine. We'll get Living Bomb back in a minute. Getting some damage on Cookie. So actually the best place to Living Bomb is near Cookie now. Because we want to get maximum amount of damage near Cookie if we can. That's good. Now we want to... We wanted to go this... For God's sake, I've done this the wrong way around again. So we just need to save enough gold to deal with, just need to save enough gold to deal with Cookie. Deal with the monsters down the other side. Again, we're going to, because there's no need to go into the tower, what we're going to do is just going to do it straight on top of them this time round. And we're going to immediately spawn this side. That wolf is a bit annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to spawn something out the other side of Cookie to stun him. The stun is actually really nice because it resets aggro, and that means that my Troll Headhunter is just going to start attacking Cookie for free. And we should get the win. Yeah, second time round, a little easier. It shows you to go for the towers, not to overcommit on the offense like I did on the first one, and makes it much easier the second time round. And now, unfortunately, it gives me one less try on Sneed, which means I need to basically have a good run at Sneed, which is the most important thing here. There are basically, and I'll talk about this at the start when I do the intro to the video. Okay, elemental means deal double damage but gain vulnerability. Do we really care about that because they're all so low HP? Every third gold armies. I actually don't think we care about this because they're all such low HP anyway. So dealing double damage seems absolutely amazing to me. Like that seems kind of broken actually. Just given the fact we're running because there is a bit of a cheese tactic to this level. I will show you the cheese tactic because, well, it'll be much easier because of the level of my well pegs, but we'll show you the cheese tactic if we can. Right, I'm going to drop this. Immediately drop this. Okay. I want to take this tower. The reason I want to take this tower is because it provides a massive area of defense for me. Okay. So we do actually need to... Well, we do have living bombs, so that's what we're going to do. How has this gone so heavily wrong? Wait, how did he get so many Stonehoof Taurens on the map? That's what I need to know. Yeah, how did he get so many Stoneheave Taurens on the map? Okay, well now there's Ogre Mage, which is even worse. Right. Well, that went terribly. It was very odd. That was actually one of the hardest spawn patterns I've ever had on Sneed. I've never had him spawn that many Stoneheave Taurens on me, which is just very weird. Maybe I probably overcommitted to taking that tower on the left-hand side. We'll try again. Very odd, though. I'd never had that. I mean, you do not want to let him get the copy on the Molten Giant. It's impossible. It's very difficult to deal with. Okay, so just do this. Do this. Nice, we got the gold. Okay, so I'm going to try, now that I've got a bit of spare time, to go for this. So you let him swipe, and then you pop him behind him there. I'm going to try and take out this Troll Headhunter. And I'm probably just going to send another... Actually, he's going to copy his own, which is great. Actually, kind of annoying that he's spawning so much stuff, if I'm honest with you. Wait, he actually spawned the... Oh, no. He actually did spawn the Molten Giant, which is terrible. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to be scrambling a little bit here. We're definitely scrambling a lot, actually. Okay. Have I got enough time to go for this? It's actually not too bad. Got a bit of time. We've spawned... Yeah, okay, we've got a bit of time now. We've got a bit of time. So we just need to somehow get the gold back. Probably drop this. This. Just to buy myself some time. Okay, yeah, we can do this now. We can do this very easily. We can do this very easily now. Drop that side again. Well pegs. Let him swipe. Stun him with the... Yeah, brilliant. This is gone. About... I mean, we clutched this. We clutched this really hard. That was the cheese tactic that you sometimes need to do to make this work at this level. And we did it without talents. Again. You know, I'm not going to say that I wasn't slightly carried by my level 25 Whelps and 25 Troll Headhunter, but it is definitely possible to do them with lower levels, but there wasn't really an easy way for me to make them lower level. Like, just isn't possible. So, and I couldn't really replace them in the deck with anything else. But we did it. Non-talented run. And that now means that we have a level 24 dungeon. So we're going to now... I'm going to try and grind a few levels with a talented deck. I just got to Sneed, and I'm now back at Mr. Smite. Here are some Mr. Smite tactics. Right, we're doing Mr. Smite and Deadmines at level 26, which is 2.5 levels above my current deck level. It's a red level dungeon. I got offered awful relics to begin with, so we've taken Unstable Concoction because it's the best of a bad bunch. This is a very, very tough dungeon. I will say it time and time again, Deadmines is the hardest dungeon level to progress because the bosses, frankly, are stat checks most of the time. You have to mount unbelievable defenses. The bosses seem to completely cheat their gold levels, and frankly, you need to run some annoying cards in your deck that you wouldn't usually want to run, like Living Bomb. Right, Mr. Smite. So, Mr. Smite is a kind of an annoying boss. This Meeting Stone you do want to kind of capture because it gives you a free gold mine. These guys will not attack you if you spawn your kobold over here. But otherwise, you want to mount your offense through this side, primarily through this Meeting Stone here. These Meeting Stones are good to take as early as you can because it will help your defense. If you get this Meeting Stone, it will allow you to get these two gold mines. A safe pilot on these three will kill them, especially if you have Gnomish Cloaking Device. It needs to be an equal level safe pilot to one-shot the equal level Troll Headhunter, so just be aware. The reason we don't push through this side is that Stonehoof Tauren is much harder to kill. You place well pegs on the pipe here, primarily because we want to kill the Stonehoof Tauren that comes down the pipe. It's the best way of defending there. Other than that, you want to tank Mr. Smite on this side. You want to put an Earth Elemental behind him against the wall, so when he starts to whack people with his anchor, it whacks the Earth Elemental into the wall and it won't reset aggro. Other than that, you kind of want to get it done in 1 or 2 pushes because it can be very hard to recover from an offensive if you do not get a lot of damage done at the same time. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's get into it. And let's jump into it. This is not a great start because we've got a spawn on this side. But what I will maybe get away with is getting a good safe pilot off. And then maybe dropping this so that my safe pilot doesn't die. I might send my safe pilot that way. Yeah, very annoyingly, I am going to just have to take the damage here. Got another safe pilot. Oh no, I've just sent my dude the wrong way. We do really need to get some doing a bit of damage here. Maybe we can just race the base. I'm actually just going to try and race the base. We're going to race. We're going to race. Oh my god, we're just going to race the base. Screw Stonehoof Tauren. Bonk. Ah. One push. Sometimes you just got to one push it with Mr. Smite. Sometimes you just got to one push it with Mr. Smite. And now I just got to hope I don't die on Cookie. And that is very doable if I have a good opening hand. I'd love to see Earth Elemental, Troll Headhunter, and Kobold in my opening hand. And if we don't fumble the bag, that's good. Yeah. Tainted Core is just not very strong. Okay, so yeah, with Cookie, Living Bomb on the packs here, and very, very importantly, you need to Living Bomb the other pack around here. Those Prowlers will one-shot your base. Other than that, it's about just taking these 2 towers as a priority and then launching attacks at Cookie with Troll Headhunter and Stonehoof Tauren, or Troll Headhunter and Earth Elemental, just from whichever side has just recently spawned its big pack. I do not have a very strong opening hand. But I'm going to go for it. I mean, it's okay. It's not the best in the world. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I'm not going to be stingy on the use of my safe pilot. Okay, we got 2 hits off there, which was really nice. Kobold has to go down now. Please charge my... No! You little buggers. Right, we need to get the... Oh no. Disaster boys. Okay, so it's not a total disaster because we will kill them all. We just won't get the easy. We have a lot of gold up here. Okay. Try and get my kobold out here in a minute. Oh god, I need to get a good what's it called here off this. Okay, we've actually survived for the time being, which is good. I'm going to go this way. I'm also going to drop my kobold. I think I need to drop Cairne to protect this tower. I might drop my... Okay. This actually went okay. This actually went really, really well. About as well as it could have gone. Now that we don't care so much about this, we're going to drop the... the living bomb very early. Okay, gold income times 2. Right. Just going to do this because I kind of just... this is like my last chance to get a good push onto Cookie. So... yeah. That should do the job. Did I lose 1 life on Cookie? I can't remember if I lost 1 life on Cookie. I think I didn't have a very good opening hand, did I? If I lost 1 life on Cookie, it's a bit annoying because we needed those lives for Sneed, really. Because Sneed can be very random, and it's very, very difficult how to know how to approach it based on the first relic that you get, whatever you go for. So I've got Pattern Shroud, Strange Dust. I think I just have to take Thick Armor Kit because it helps with my kill tactic for Sneed. Right. I think depending on what spawns, using Living Bomb is not the worst idea, but I just really need him to spawn a lot of stuff. We also need to somehow make sure that we're remembering to get stuff up towards the... actually, just don't think Living Bomb is... oh, that's really annoying. Again, like, what am I supposed to do there? I'm out already. That opening hand was unplayable for me. And like unplayable. Like there was nothing I could do to beat that. He just used every like I didn't have a kobold, so I couldn't generate my own gold. Unplayable opening hand. Sometimes that's just what you get. How many anks have I got? How many anks do I have? 2. Okay, actually that's better than usual. The problem is you need to stabilize before you can start to cheese Sneed. That's unfortunately just the way that you've got to play this. Ideally, you get both at towers before you start to do your cheese tactics. So we have got this. Okay, this is a much better opening hand. Okay, that's actually gone quite well for me. So I'm going to drop a yeah, that's really nice for me. A little bit annoying about the I'm actually going to drop another kobold here. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to get mountain gianted. Yep, so we're going to get another kobold here, which is actually really nice. I'm going to drop Cairne just because it's the best option that I've got, really. I will drop these guys. Very annoying that I'm about to copy a Stonehoof Tauren, which is a pain in the ass. I think this is going to be a scenario where I potentially do this and then do this. I can't believe I've survived by an absolute sliver of... I've not survived. Oh... I don't have enough unbound minis in this deck to guarantee that I can copy something crap. And I think if you put well pigs on there, they don't actually... it doesn't actually spawn. You have to hope that we don't get a really bullshit end. Maybe we should have not gone for that second tower. I don't know. Difficult to say. That second tower helps you get more control over what you're spawning. Oh, this is a really, really horrible start as well. We want kobold. I'm using a lot of stuff here. Oh, fudge off, bro. I don't even have a good answer. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to spawn well pegs there. The reason I'm going to spawn... I literally don't have a good answer, do I? Is because it will stop the mountain giant from spawning, and it will spawn a load of those dudes. Bloody hell. Have to do this because otherwise... Oh, bugger off, guys. All right, I've given it my best shot. There is a tactic for Sneed. I've done 2 runs in a row where I've got to Sneed and died. because it's just impossible sometimes. But that's as far as I can get, guys. It's as far as I can get. I don't have the energy or the effort in me with Cairne specifically to go any further than where I'm at. There's probably, if I had more patience, I could do this. First 2 levels I can show you. If you can get past that 3rd level, congrats, guys, because I just can't get past it. Oh, frustrating, but there you go. Sometimes Deadmines is just really hard.